What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about a former Tennessee cop by the name of Maegan Hall. Now, she is a married woman that decided that she wanted to run through the police department, and subsequently, not only did multiple cops get fired, she got herself fired as well. This is what I talked to y'all about before, about these groupies that become police officers. These women who are cop fans, and then they get the opportunity to become one. And this is what happens. It reminds me, and I did a video, and I'll link it in the description box, of the female police officer from New York. She was like a rookie cop who was at a party and decided to start twerking on her lieutenant, who I believe either got demoted or lost his job. Her name is Maegan Hall, once again. And the reason why I want to reiterate this point about married women have absolutely no respect, especially Western women of today. They have no respect for their marriages. None. And they will cheat. I mean, this seemed like a female that ain't used to getting no attention. Now she at this police department. She's probably one of the few women on the staff there. And you got all these guys who are in loveless marriages or just straight out thirsty. And they end up falling for this particular female when they know it's against their better judgment. All these police officers' careers are completely ruined. Now they may be able to get jobs elsewhere, but it's gonna hurt them. It's gonna hurt their reputations, and they may not be able. One of these guys was a detective. I mean, was y'all that thirsty? Does she look that good underneath her uniform for you guys to ruin your careers and possibly your marriages over this extra average heifer? This is where we're at. This woman was a groupie that became a police officer. I've seen it before. You got these women who they love police officers. They become one. It's just like women who get jobs at prisons. They want access to those men because those are the type of men that they like. I don't think it's any different than when you see women become police officers. They get to be around the men that they've always wanted to be with. And I want to focus this video on black men because there are a couple of black brothers that got fired over this. Their thirst got them fired. But this woman actually told one of the white male police officers that she gave sloppy toppy to one of these guys, Big Black D. This type of female she is, man. This is why you got to do background. You can't just hire anybody to be a police officer. I don't know if they had to fill a quota, but this is why you cannot put women in certain jobs just because you have a quota. They need to end quotas. The quotas have to stop. This woman and her thought behavior have not, and I'm not gonna say completely ruined. It helped ruin a lot of men's careers. A lot of men are getting fired over and suspended over what she did and her choice to go after these men, even though she's married. She's a married woman. This woman could have claimed harassment, but you know why she didn't claim harassment? Because she's a groupie. Groupies don't never claim harassment. Groupies only come back later after the fact when nobody's paying them any attention. So let's get into this article from Daily Mail. 5 Tennessee cops fired after having relations on duty. Report reveals woman officer at Center of Investigation hosted Girls Gone Wild hot tub party where she took off her top and had vodka poured down her throat. y'all let the party girl who never stopped partying after college, if she went, right? The party just kept on going. And mind you, this is a married woman. Just imagine being married to this person. It says 4 police officers from the Tennessee town of Laverne were fired for allegedly having relations on duty with a female cop who was also fired and accused of taking off her top at what the local mayor called a Girls Gone Wild hot tub party. Patrol Officer Maegan Hall of Laverne Police Department is at the forefront of an investigation after it was revealed in December that she engaged in a physical relationship with at least 4 male officers, fellow patrol officers Juan Perez, Louis Powell, Detective Seneca Shields, Sergeant Henry Ty McGowan, admitted to the accusations according to the report, with Shields claiming he had oral relations with Hall in the department's gym while on duty. You talk about first. Y'all ain't got no side pieces, no jump offs, you know what I'm saying? No Tuesday, Wednesday chick that you just hit up when you just bored, ain't got nothing to do or you're horny. Good grief. Hall, who is married, is also accused of revealing her breasts while at a steamy family Memorial Day boat party with patrol officer Patrick, Patrick Magliacco, who was suspended, and fellow officer David Durham and Eric Stotts. This woman worked her way through. You talk about getting ran through. You know, she was getting ran through, slipped and slide all throughout that police department. Magliacco said that Stotts, himself, Durham, and Hall were in the hot tub when Hall's top came off before he and Hall went off to have relations in the bathroom, the report read. Man, she about ruined this whole department, man. The Jezebel spirit was deep in these police officers, in this woman, and it got to these guys. They fell for it. K9 Officer Larry Holliday and Patrol Officer Gavin were also suspended and charged with harassment after exchanging images with Hall. Wait a minute, why are they charged with sexual harassment if they were exchanging messages with her? That's weird. Did she tell them no? Because if you're exchanging, then it's not really harassment, is it? The hot tub party, also attended by several of the male officers' wives, was hosted on Stott's boat. Magliacco was seen pouring vodka down Hall's throat moments before she took off her top. This woman is an attention slore. The report reads that Hall's top came off and Stotts helped put it back on because he was trying to protect her. That's the problem. Hall then pulled Magliacco into the restroom, and asked if he wanted to F, and then later gave him oral relations when they got off the boat. Hall was open about her relationships with the other officers and once bragged to Magliacco about Officer Powell's D after performing oral relations on him while on duty, according to the report. See, they let that Jezebel up at that office, and she just wreaked havoc. Durham and Stotts claimed they didn't have an inappropriate relationship with Hall. Powell, who was married, initially denied having a physical relationship with Hall several times and claimed that everybody knows she has multiple partners. He later confessed. This is Powell, Officer Powell. Magliacco told investigators on December 13th that he and his wife have been in an open relationship with Hall since the spring of 2022. So him and his wife had invited her in. Man, he revealed that one day Hall's husband walked in on her and his wife and wasn't on board with the open relationship. At one party, Hall and Magliacco's wife started kissing, and Hall's husband came in the room and seemed upset. You don't say. Hall appeared to keep her relationships a secret from her husband and asked other officers to borrow money to book hotels. So she didn't even have the money to book hotels. Magliacco told investigators that he was concerned for Hall's mental health since she became heavily intoxicated at his house party in early December and drove home drunk. Hall voiced harmful thoughts on multiple occasions, said that she should not be alone, the report reads. Magliocco reported his concerns to the department on December 8th. You know, I want y'all to understand that this one woman was able to rope in all these guys. Now, again, these guys should be accountable for their behaviors, but it seemed to me that some of these guys' wives approved of it. At least one of them did. If she's doing this in front of other wives, y'all don't think the other wives didn't know? This is a mess. It really is. That this one woman is responsible for getting all this started. And you have these dumb police officers who are supposed to be public servants, who are supposed to be of some semblance of intelligence. They had no social intelligence at all. These are guys who ain't used to getting no women. And they got this woman with this flirty spirit, and they just can't resist. And this ain't even the most attractive woman. I could see if this woman was really attractive out here. You know what I'm saying? She got this really nice body. Again, I don't know what she looks like on that uniform. But this made that department, made y'all look like a bunch of suckers. And people talk about incels, right? She making these guys look like incels. Like they ain't used to having none. Like if you're used to getting women and having women, you would not even think about getting dealing with this woman at all. Because you realize your job is more important than getting some from somebody who clearly is an attention slower. Hall told Officer Holliday who was suspended for sending explicit images that she had bad days. Holliday told investigators that he once invited Hall and other officers to his home to watch football, and there was heavy drinking. Holliday reported that there was talk of a threesome with him, Hall, Holliday's ex. The report reads, Holliday reported nothing happened at the party. The officer admitted to having a physical relationship with Hall and meeting her in a hotel room for relations. The last encounter was in mid-November. Look at these guys, man. These are supposed to be the police of that town. These are your police officers in that town. Your police officers are extremely thirsty. And they're out here sleeping with, I guess, one of the few women police officers that they have there. Before Hall was officially hired on the force, she had met up at Officer McGowan's house with her husband and another female. At the time, Hall was a candidate and had taken her clothes off along with the other female. Hall's husband got upset. The report reads, during the visit, McGowan admitted to taking out his Johnson with Hall in the room and taking a photo of it. He sent that photo to Hall. McGowan denied having relations with Hall, but revealed explicit photos and videos he received from her. Another employee revealed McGowan approached her while on duty and choked her. He was terminated amid the physical engagement and workplace violence allegations. So he choking her. This is a complete mess. Hall initially denied having a physical relationship with all the men except for Holliday, which she insisted was only at his house or in hotels. But she admitted to sending images to other officers on shift, including Holliday, Magliocco, and Officer Showbury. She later backtracked and confessed about Magliocco, but denied being involved with his wife. Magliocco had discussed having a threesome with Magliocco's wife. However, nothing ever happened on that topic, the report reads. Hall also confirmed that she had relations with Lugo, Perez, and Powell. Man, listen, if deserved to be fired was a person, it would be this heifer here. And all her cohorts, man. But I got to talk to you brothers. How do you brothers mess up this bad? And guess what? One of these guys was a detective. This guy right here. Seneca Shields on the left. Got fired. He's a detective. He is a detective. All your work down the drain, just like the reputation down the drain. If you're married or relationship, down the drain for an extra average heifer. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see y'all next one.